Welcome back to another episode of Genius Chat. This is your host, Isaac Mayer, and today I'm joined by Kevin, the Basic Filmmaker, who's created a 125,000 subscriber strong channel that helps video creators on YouTube to make better videos. However, in the past month, he lost all of it. That 125,000 subscriber channel was deleted in an instant. After a month, it was brought back, and we're going to talk to him about that experience today and more. Let's jump right in. Welcome, Kevin, to Genius Chat. It's great to have you on the show today.
Hi. You didn't know what you were getting into, did you? Hi. I appreciate you having me on the show and talking to me and listening to me go blah, blah, blah.
It's gonna be great. I'm really excited to hear some more about your channel, your journey. Just getting started with that. I'd love to hear more about the moment that you realized you wanted to be a filmmaker, and how your journey began. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Wow. This is going to sound like it's going to be a long story, but I'll try and squish it all down. When I was 10, everybody just went, oh, crap. When I was 10 years old, I was up in Canada with my parents. My dad had a Super 8. I asked if I could use it. He said yes. And I went out and shot copious amounts of really boring stuff. I'm glad it isn't there anymore. Squirrels running around, me twirling around. I was hooked. I learned how to take the film and use cutters and splice of tape and everything else. I was hooked at 10 years old. Life took me in various directions. Went to engineering school to be a mechanical engineer and robotics and software. I did all this stuff and consulting and blah, blah, blah. That's years. And I love working. I love everything I did. At some point, I was just like, this is not what I want to do. And I jumped into doing, helping do commercials and stuff like that. And then I just worked my way up, had some mentors who were willing to take me under their wing. And I eventually got myself up to a point where I had this cool gig where after years, many years, you should call it a decades, when a commercial or a film or something was dying and money was shedding everywhere and everything else, for some reason, they would call me in and say, we'll pay you a bunch of money if you can fix this. I was like, cool. And then I had got this great business where I just signed all these NDAs that said, I'll come in and help you. I don't want any credit. I don't want credits on your commercial. I don't want an IMDb. I want nothing. You just pay me a bunch of money and I'll help you. And I got this rep around that said, if you're in trouble, this guy will fix it. I don't know. I would go in and I would just see all the complexities and I just would set everything aside and I dive into the basics and find out what basic things were out. And then I'd fix those basic things or those people and things went right. Then about 7 years ago, I thought to myself, hey, I should start a YouTube channel so I can train other people that I'm training and not have to continue to go, hey, you got this. I won't use all these words, but you have all these things in filmmaking and commercials and cameras and gears. And I won't have to keep telling them over and over. And so I started the YouTube channel because I thought, hey, I've been behind the camera. I've been working all this stuff. How hard can it be? Well, so I started a YouTube channel and my initial videos were less than optimum.
Totally normal for getting started, yeah.
But I started, and the whole idea on that, I started with a little Zoom H1 recorder and a T3i camera. And the whole idea behind that was, let's not get fancy smancy. There are new people coming up the line all the time that are afraid to go somewhere else and say, I have a camera and I got it and I turned it on and it doesn't work. And I'm not sure what to do with this. I have this lens. Like, how do you put the lens on? And people don't ask those questions. They're afraid to, or they ask somewhere else and everybody goes, you're so stupid. Which, if you didn't learn new things from somewhere, I guess we'd all be sitting around sucking on bottles and diapers still. So I started the channel. It continued over years. It got to where it was now. Great following, great people. Those people move on to other things, and then new people come in and say, hey, how do I set up a simple live stream with my iPad? Or how do I do this thing in editing? I love doing that. And it's all about basics. There you go. That was in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's awesome to talk about kind of that progression. You know, you talked a little bit about this moment. I think you said you were a mechanical engineer, and you realized that you just wanted to switch it up. What was that experience like for you? What was that like making that transition? What were the challenges that you overcame there?
There were monetary challenges. There were, when you decide, and we'll get into my recent jump off a cliff, you decide to do something like that, especially when I was already married and had little babies around. And you're like, hey, I think I'm just going to dump everything and go be a karaoke star or something like that. It's like, it's rough. It's a big leap, but it was just a thing. I was just looking at my life. Okay, I've done engineering and software development, blah, blah, blah. And I love working. I love to work. I do not think work is a 4-letter word. I don't think I need to work 35 hours a week so I can have time off. I would go nuts. I love to work. So I went, okay, I'm willing to put in the work, but all this stuff, what do you really want to do? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Discussion with my wife. And of course, her being awesome, she was like, well, what gives you that? Not, well, gee, if I could just play guitar in front of 1 million people, it'd be, and make a lot of money. You need money. Making a lot of money is great, but it's not a passion.
Yeah.
Well, maybe for some it is. And I just went, everything I've done is always creative. And I know 2 things. I know one thing is 3 things. I love to learn. I love filmmaking and films and scripts and commercials. And I have dabbled in and out during this time. And I love helping other people. So really, why the heck am I not over there? And again, she went, cool, go for it. I was like, God bless you, woman.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was because, you're kind of like, I love what I'm doing, but that, and recently the YouTube channel, my university, it's rare that I didn't wake up in the morning for decades and go, let's do something today. People get up, I gotta go to work. I'm like, let's go to work. Yeah. And I've been like that for a long time. But there was a moment where I was kind of like, I'm not sure. Like, this is all great. And I have training and I can move up the ladder and blah, blah, blah. But I want my life to be like, I love what I do, whether I'm making money or not, whether I have to get up at 4 a.m. or not, whether I have to drive through traffic or fly on planes, or if I love what I'm doing, I'm not going to care. And that was the moment. That moment was where that's my thing. It was about 20 something. Yeah.
Got you. Yeah, that's really inspiring, because kind of like you talked about, we only have one life. You really got to make the most of it. And we spend a lot of our lives working, So you might as well do something you love. That's awesome to hear about.
Oh,
Um,
I'm sorry. This is my third life.
Third life.
I just I just blew everybody's mind. They're like, wait a second. How does
Like, oh,
that
that's not
work?
true. Got three. Yeah.
Sorry.
um, so talking about kind of some of the recent stuff that's gone on your channel. To our audience, if you don't know, Kevin's channel on YouTube, he has 125,000 subscribers. It was completely removed for what was it, just about a month, right?
Yeah.
And this event called Hackapocalypse, we're calling it, which is just must have been devastating, and now it's back, thankfully. But we'd love to hear some more about that. You built up this huge, amazing thing, and you have all these amazing videos, and you've provided so much value, and it was all just taken away just like that. What was that like for you?
It was awesome.
Terrific. Yeah.
I mean, what happened was it was about a year ago. I think it was about a year ago. Same thing. I looked at my wife and I said, sorry, honey, but all the stuff I'm doing, and I'm traveling and I'm doing this and I'm doing that and blah, blah, blah. And I made really good money at it. She works too. I said, I love doing YouTube because I love making videos and helping people. And I had created a university in the background. I was doing this part-time. So I created a university that's helping people, Basic Filmmaker University, my YouTube channel that's helping people. And I'm doing what I love, which is making videos. Remember, when I was 10 and when I was 20, I just want to create stuff, and I want to help people, and I want to make crazy stuff. That's what I wanted to do. So about a year ago, I just looked at her again and said, hey, I really love this. I'm really tired of all this other stuff. I really want to just finish up everything else, wrap it all up. And I just wanted to YouTube my university courses and just helping people full time. And again, she went, okay. And I went, wait, first, what planet are you from? Second, we're making income like this. And when I do this, it's going to go poof. And she was like, hey, you've been busting your butt working all your life. Let's go do something you're really passionate about. And I really am passionate about this. Fast forward a year, in February, I'm not sure when it was exactly, February 13th at 12:01 p.m. All of a sudden, something happened. I got a bunch of tweets and messages like, is this a joke? The cryptocurrency. I was like, what are you talking about? Went to log in my channel, couldn't log in. My other channel, all my channels, because I have multiple channels, I couldn't log in. YouTube went in and just went, whoa, bam, and just shut the channel down, period, which I agree with. I made a video about this. There's a video that goes over the whole blah, blah, and how you shouldn't attack YouTube and Google, etc. They did the right thing. And so they had to shut this down to protect everyone else. Like, again, I took the hit. I realized I'm doing this full time and I'm building this up, because after a year, I have to backfill what I didn't make. And years after that, I can continue on. So I was gone. My channel was gone. I mean, it was gone. Every subscriber was gone. If you were subscribed to my channel and you have notifications or you have me in your subscription, I just went, bloop. Google, Basic Filmmaker, gone. Like, I was gone from the internet world, and I flipped out for about 10 minutes.
Understandably, yeah.
I flipped out for about 10 minutes. And then I just looked at my wife and said, okay, well, I can spend the next month complaining and flipping out. And well, let's do something about it. So I contacted YouTube. Long story short, back and forth, a lot of things happens. Again, you can watch that video. It's got flames and me on there going, I just got to work and worked with YouTube, kept making videos because they would restore it. And hey, if the worst case happened and there was no channel, I get that. It'd be hard work. It'd be tough. I did it once. I could do it again. So about a month later, they restored the channel. They're still making some tweaks on some things that are still a little broken. A month later, they restored the channel. They did a great job. All of a sudden, all the people who subscribed to me, boop, I showed up again in their feeds. My subscribers are still there. All my videos are still there. There's a few things that aren't working that they're working on. And thank God that happened. I mean, unfortunately, because I'm a full-time YouTuber, I make my money off of YouTube ad revenue, which is one, off of selling my low-cost university courses, and of course, affiliate links. Well, I got no videos planned, which means no one's finding out about the university, except the there's 1,000 something more, way more than that over there. And no one's seeing my affiliate links because they're not watching my videos, doing stuff, going over there. So I think my total revenue across the boards for February 13th through March 12th or something was about $22. I don't know about you, but when's the last time you
$22 in a month?
and made $22? So it's all back. Things are going back. Things are happening. The cool thing about it is I know a lot of other YouTube creators. I know a lot of other companies. Genius. Few other companies. I won't mention their names so someone doesn't go, oh, well, you're in bed with these companies and they'll help you. No, what they did was they came to me, these creators, YouTubers, and subscribers found me like an alternate email and stuff, and came and said, hey, do you need any help? That sucks, dude. Do you need any help? Can we do anything? I get a little teary-eyed over these folks, not like, and I wasn't doing the, ooh, something happened to me and can you help me? Because I don't do that. If somebody runs in my car, I don't get pissed. I'm like, okay, that happened. Let's get the insurance, move along. So that was all restored. Things are happening. The number of companies and other creators and university members and people that just bombarded me with. I mean, I had some people I'm sort of new, lots of creators that I do know, but I sort of knew, like some people I look up and go, wow, you're awesome. Come to me and say, hey, I didn't take them up on it. But they said, hey, if you want to, I'll make a video on my channel and say, hey, this guy's channel is hacked. Help him out. I was like, wow. So out of this whole thing, screw the money. I'll start making money. You can always make money again. You can always make a new channel. You can always get a new car. Out of all that, the people, I'm not going to talk anymore about this. I rarely do this, but I get really emotional about the absolute kindness. I mean, the world, people are terrible and kids are terrible and teenagers are terrible and young kids are entitled and corporations are terrible and companies are terrible and all that. Well, that's what you hear on the news, and that's what you hear from all the people who are making all the noise. The other 80% in China and Japan and Australia and wherever they are, and you and me, the other 80%, they're just raising kids and families and trying to make money and help other people. And you don't hear about that. So to see this live example of all these people crawling out of the woodwork, man, it reaffirms what I consider a fact is about 80%, making this up, people in the world are awesome. You just don't hear about them. The 20% making all the noise. Yeah, whatever. There you go. There was my channel, Hackapocalypse. I think I made that up. If I violated Hackapocalypse, I violated somebody's copyright. Sorry, Sue me.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear that insight. You talk about like all the good in the world and all those people coming out, because yeah, it is easy to focus on the negatives, and that's the stuff that tends to be sensationalized in the news. So
I
seeing that is awesome. Yeah.
I caught myself. I have a bunch of people in this. I call it the new YouTube Academy and the YouTube Pros, and I meet with them once a week. Beside the course, I meet with them once a week, a big Zoom meetup.
Mm.
And I caught myself again, and it was again a learning lesson for me. We were talking about some of these commenters and how to handle them, and the kids, and they're entitled and everything else. And I was kind of like, yeah, and I caught myself again. Wow, dude, that's all the noise. That's the
Hmm.
people complaining about their kids and COVID, and they're going to Fort Lauderdale and they're partying and everything else. That's a
Hmm.
segment of these kids. And I started looking around at neighbors and friends and just asking around. And the majority of them are these kids that are going to school. They're trying to do the right thing. They're trying to learn how to drive a car, try to save for college. They're working at, their $7 or $15 an hour job, trying to
Hmm.
help their parents, the majority of them. And I went, wow, I fell for it. I fell for it again. I fell for this. All the kids are entitled and they're terrible.
Hmm.
They're not. All the ones who make all the noise are. Anyway, sorry. I'm really passionate about this, and I was caught with my pants down again. On young kids, young people.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, you rock. And those other idiots that are making look bad. Sorry.
Yeah, well, that happens with a lot of groups of people too. It's all different ages. All different groups of people. So
Race,
it's yeah, race.
religion,
Yeah,
sexual
everything.
preference, sex, gender,
Indeed.
uh, national origin, color, like all the noise,
Hmm.
whether you're black, white, Indian, Chinese, this, that, everything else, all the noise is coming from the opposition 20%, or
Mm.
those 20%. I don't know why I use 20%. The religion, oh, look, they're terrible. They have a religion, or they don't have a religion. And the people who don't have a religion are terrible. And blah. That's all the noise. These people
Yeah.
I know people from every religion, practically. I know
Hmm.
Southern Baptists, I know Scientologists, I know Buddhists, I know Catholics, I know Mormons, like all of them. And all
Hmm.
these people are just freaking awesome. They're not at all. Sorry, this is a point for me. I see
It's
the
good to talk
news and
about it. Yeah,
stuff, and I'm
it's
just
true.
like, stop it.
Yeah. No, it's huge, and it definitely should be mentioned because a lot of those minority hate groups, the people that are spreading these hateful messages, they have a big platform, and it can seem like a lot more people than it is. So it's
As a
it's good to remember.
creator, yeah, sorry, as a creator, it's really important to keep that grounding, because
Mhm.
as a creator, when you get on YouTube or something like that, you get these meatballs. I don't, that was me trying not to swear. Come in there and yeah, you're terrible and your mom sucks and you're ugly and you don't know what you're doing. And at all levels, like very covert, like, hey, your video was kind of bad, to the totally insane. As a creator, you really got to keep that. This is a small segment of people. If,
Mhm.
if, if you look at your video and you got, I'm just making this up, and you got 500 likes and 20 dislikes, you're going to look at all these dislikes and go, why did I get 20 dislikes? Don't worry
Mhm.
about it. It doesn't matter. It's those people. It's
Yeah,
those people.
those
And
people are always going to be there. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And
That's just
the other
yeah.
500 people who watched your video and didn't happen to leave a comment, cool. They must have liked it, or they either would have said something or
Yeah.
downvoted it or something like that. It's really important as a creator to like screw this into your head.
Mhm.
It's a small minority of people who make all the noise. And when you create, especially as an artist, musician, actor, any type of creative person,
Mhm.
we're like magnets for these little people.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, that's good to talk about. You talk about a little bit about the state of your channel and kind of, comments and all that stuff. But I'd like to hear a little bit more about, now that you've come back from Hackapocalypse, what is your channel up to right now? What is the current state of your channel? How are things going?
it's at, I lost some subscribers. Okay, whatever. Some are coming back. There are still some things that YouTube's trying to figure out. Lost views. Oh, I lost a month. Like you look at my stats, my analytics for income, for subscribers, for views, and everything else. It goes. So it's starting to build back up. Okay. It's doing well. There's all sorts of things you could do when something like this happens. I need to concentrate on getting those views and more subscribers and making sure I don't lose people and everything else. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Because what I was doing was successful. So I'm not going to change anything. And there are people who need help. So it's doing okay. And in a month or 2 or 3 or 6, it should be back up producing what it should be doing. And okay, next.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that attitude. And, like you say, if you keep putting in the work, you'll see those results. So talking about results, you were able to make your passion your career. Can you talk a little bit about how you've monetized your channel?
Absolutely. I tell all my university students, at least the guys that I'm helping with YouTube and stuff, to do a couple of things. I don't care if you have 1 subscriber. If you're looking at building this up over time, it may take a month, may take a year, it may take 10 years to do a couple of things. Find something that you can offer off of YouTube, not because I hate this. Well, what if YouTube goes away? Well, come on. It would take like 100 years of hammering them into the ground. They're like this giant snowball, right? And this
huge. Yeah.
So this whole go find another platform, blah, blah, blah. Start finding something that you can exchange with someone on your YouTube channel. I call it a 10x offer. Hey, you give me your email. I won't spam you. I won't throw ads at you. Maybe I'll send you a weekly email with some tips and tricks and stuff. And I want to give you something as value, whatever that is. I'm making this up. I'll make all the photographers laugh. Here's the correct setting when you're out shooting. And here's all the aperture settings, depending on what you shoot in photography. And you give them this PDF or exchange thing. That's one thing to start doing. The second thing to start doing is you definitely want to work on, as I did, subscribers until you get comfortably, excuse me, over 1,000, about 1,500. You want to work on subscribers and views because you want to reach that 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Once you got that, I know people will hate me saying this, forget the subscribers. I would rather have a channel of 2,000 subscribers and every video I posted got 100,000 views than have 1 million subscribers and only get 1,000 views. So after you reach the subscribers, you could do that. Now you can go to YouTube and say, I'm applied for AdSense. That's the way YouTube pays you. And they start running ads on your video in the middle, at the end, or whatever. That's also a build-up process. I know channels that have 500,000 subscribers and their AdSense revenue is $500 a month. I know channels that have 20, 30, well, in particular, I know a couple channels that have 40 or 50,000 subscribers and they're making $3 or $4 grand a month.
Wow.
It depends on the niche. So that's number 2. The third thing, because one is make sure you collect those emails because eventually you're going to draw this audience. You're going to want to offer them more and start offering them paid things. Not your audience isn't, hey, I want to get you so I can take your money, but you want to eat and you also want to give them something. I mean,
indeed, yeah, you can provide value there. Yeah.
Yeah. You go over and take one of my courses on mindsets of a video editor and steps to making a great commercial is like 12 freaking bucks. I mean, come on. If you don't want it, fine, don't buy it. So you start that activity and you learn and manage that up. You start the AdSense activity and you're doing that up. And hey, affiliate links. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, sure.
There is no requirement from anybody anywhere except the companies themselves. You could have 2 subscribers and 2 videos if the company approves you, and you can make money off of affiliate links. So between my university, my affiliate links, and my ad revenue, I have 3 sources of income. And they do this all the time. This goes up, this goes down, this goes up. Made a great video. The new Rode super duper microphone that fits on the back of your glasses and sounds better than ever. I'm making this up. Everybody's like, really? and it's really hot and people buy a ton of them and you make money off of that. And the next month you review the, I don't know, the new cable that doesn't really work and it's not so good, although I wouldn't review this new cable and nobody's interested. So that's going to go down. People are going to come buy your courses. That's going to go down. Affiliate links. You can do affiliate links right now. And if you want to talk about affiliates, I mean, this is Genius Link interview.
Yes.
And I love you guys. I mean, I know you're like, people are watching, they're going to be like, oh yeah, well, they're interviewing for this channel. So he's going to blah, blah. No, I love these guys. I mean, I could tell you the story about affiliate links, but all I got to say is kit.co and Genius Links. Just don't bother doing anything else. And if you'd like to tell me why, I'll go into it. But you want that story?
Yeah, we could talk a little bit about that. Yeah. Yeah, just to talk a little bit about Genius Link for a sec. Yeah, we offer this service that pretty much you use Genius Links, you replace your Amazon links, especially with Genius Links, and you can start earning from the entire world, whereas you may have had a hard time doing that previously. So we give creators like Kevin the ability to just pretty much instantly boost their revenue and then track their clicks as well. So yeah, Kevin, if you want to talk a little bit about your experience with that, that'd be great. Yeah.
Having done YouTube for, what was it, 6 or 7 years before I heard other creators talking about Genius Links. What the heck is this thing? You know, I have links. I go to Amazon, you get this little link to a product, this other link to a product, this other link to a light, this other thing. And I also do B&H, it's film gear, blah, 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 and Adorama. And then what you don't know is after, I think it was 6, maybe it was 7 years before I hooked up with you guys and purchased your service. I had something like, I don't know what it was, ridiculous, like 30,000 links. Because you make a video and you put 100 links in it, you make 100 videos, and that's some mathy number.
A lot of links,
like
yeah.
100 times 100. So I had like 30 or 40,000 links. And here's the problem in the background. This link that you were pointed to on Amazon, out of these 30,000 links, they go, we're not doing that. We're putting up a new listing. You don't know that happened. The company goes out of business or no longer sells. You don't know that happened. You try and get into Amazon and go, I want to sign up for this thing. And maybe I want to do UK and Australia and this. You put in these links. Now you have another problem because the same thing's happening over there. And they have all this weird junk going on. So along comes Genius Links. For me, it was a pain. It was really painful. Don't do this. Don't do this. Forget the Amazon links and all that. Just don't freaking do this. Because one day you're going to be like, oh my God. So I went through all 30,000 links. I forget who it was there, who walked me through this. I mean, very kind to walk me through this. How do I do this? And changed over to these Genius links. Now, by itself, if I go, okay, and I get my Amazon link to, I don't know, this microphone, and I review it and I'm talking with it. And I use a Genius link. And then when I'm over a Genius link, what happens is I may be in Genius link and Genius link comes along and says, hey, did you know that this link, you need to check this link out. It's no good anymore. And I go over and I go, wow, those people stopped handling it. And I need to change it to a new link. That's lost income. Let's back that up. I had 30,000 links, and I believe, I'm going to guess at this, I believe about 1,000 of them were still valid.
Wow.
So that's one. The second was you can sign up with Amazon in the UK, in France, and blah. I did it all. I did the Amazon thing and that's special blah and tie it all together. And for 7 years, nothing ever happened. And after I signed up with Genius Link, I believe it was 2 months later. No, it was this year when I finally got everything sorted out and signed up for all these different things. I started getting money from Germany, from the UK, I think from France. I get money. Like his check shows up. I'm like, what is this funny symbol with the two little lines? Those are euros. I never got paid before from out of the country. So that's secondly. And then third, which is the really cool thing, which I love you guys for this, is I can take a link from Amazon, like this microphone, from Amazon, from B&H Photo, from Adorama. Maybe I'm an affiliate for Walmart. Maybe I'm an affiliate for, I don't know, XYZ company. And I can take and create one link that says Shure SM7B mic. And within that link, I have Amazon, this one, B&H, Adorama, etc. All these things. When the person clicks on my link, goes to a page, shows me up there, shows the microphone, and it has below there all the different places they can go check it out and buy it. And when I paste that link into Amazon, Jesus like comes along and goes, oh, you know, you like have links over in all these other places on these other Amazons. You want to include those too? Heck yeah, I want to include those. And I think it points them to the right place to go buy the right thing. Because if I'm
for Amazon,
if I go to France, if I'm in France and I click on my Amazon link, I go to Amazon US. If I'm in France and they click on the Amazon for the Genius link, they go to France. It's like, hey, that's really cool. Those are just a few of things. Now I'm going to guess 1,000 links. And if you want to know about the Shure SM7B link, it's the same link on every single one of my videos over at Kit, which we can go into if you want to. Same link. If something happens, if over on Amazon, if all of a sudden this person who was carrying it doesn't carry it anymore, I just go in and edit that link and go, oh, hey, here's the new link. And you told me about it. I didn't change anything else other than to Genius links. I think the first year, like I'm making these numbers up, but let's say I'll use 1,000 just because of my brain. First year, 1,000. First year I got that all cleaned up and everything. I started making 1,500. And then I started making more and more and more because they were all working. And then I think you guys posted a video on your site about this. And then I did kind of hacked your system a little bit. So if they didn't want to make one of those choices, I just send them over to the university.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, and that's that's one of the things we strive to do, and it's awesome to hear those stories about how you've been able to like boost your commissions and offer your clients those links through choice pages. Yeah, we really try to help people boost their commissions and create their business. Like with choice pages, we allow people the ability to offer their customers multiple different options of where to shop, because most people have a choice of where to shop that they prefer. For instance, I'm a Best Buy guy myself. I prefer to shop there, so I'm more likely going to shop there than other places. So
Well,
yeah, just a few of the things we do to.
and if you're going to
help
use
out, yeah.
Genius Link, don't just go grab the Amazon link and paste in a link.
Mhm.
That's okay. And you'll get some notifications if things change. But just consider the future. I go get an Amazon link. Maybe I'm a small channel. I just finally got affiliated with Amazon. Go use choice pages.
Mhm.
Because one, on a choice page, instead of getting the X42 99 84 blah blah from Amazon, you get to call it like Basic Filmmaker Logitech mouse.
Mhm.
And so wherever I look, they see that link. I don't even have to say, here's the basic film, here's the Logitech mouse MX, whatever. It's part of the link. That's
Yeah.
number one. Two is, and as a choice page, you have an Amazon link and you get a choice page. So it only has one product. Who cares? Then you get approved for, let's say, UK, France, and Spain. Well, you go edit that choice page, you just add those links. And then you go, hey, I'm signed up with B&H and Adorama. Same page, same link. You may have it in 1,000 videos. And you go, hey, I'm going to add B&H and Adorama. So when somebody's over here and they click on this link, same page, all new choices. Do you know how awesome that is? I don't think anyone else that I know of on the planet does this.
Mhm.
And if they do, we just won't talk about them.
Well, hey, yeah, that's great to hear. And kind of like I said, like what we're out here to do is help other people, like monetize their passion, make their passion their career, and make their lives better. So that's something we're trying to do with Genius Chat as well. So once again, thanks for coming on and for being with me today to talk about this. I do have one final question for you today before we sign off. So I've watched a bunch of your videos, and through a lot of your videos, you talk about how following your passion will bring financial success. Like the money will come, if you keep doing what you care about and you keep driving forward. What does that idea mean to you, and why is this important to keep this in mind?
There's going to be some people who are just like, BS alert.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I know, like, look at what just happened recently. I'm following my passion. I'm doing YouTube at my university. Had I been like, well, I work at Wendy's, nothing wrong with working at Wendy's.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know people who work for Wendy's and they're really into it. And I'm like, that's freaking great. The garbage men and the Wendy's people, I want them to like their job because I like to eat.
Mm-hmm.
But that passion for what I wanted to do, I was smacked down hard financially across the world.
Mm-hmm.
Passion was still there. Okay, I'll recover. And that for me is what's going to get you. Like for me, it's like a scale. It's like your goals, your purposes, and your passions. And somewhere down this scale is money. Got to eat, got to make money.
True.
You can't just go, oh, well, I'll just ditch everything and, my 3 kids and my wife will just have to get over it and none of them work while I figure it out. But if you can figure out how to do something you just absolutely love, and you could figure out that there are a few really mean, stupid. Look at there. You didn't have to bleep that out. People, a few who are going to try and attack you because you're doing what they can't do, basically. then you're gonna love it. Then you can ride over these things that happen. Somebody leaves, you know, you love to paint these beautiful paintings, and five people are looking at them and everything else, and one person comes up and goes, well, that sucks. And you're like, okay. Or
That's your opinion.
somebody steals your opinion. Your painting. It's like, that sucks. Hey, you know what? I'll go paint another one, because you have that drive and that passion. And if you follow your passion, assuming it's a true passion, not a, I want to go to Hollywood and be a star and be the best director and ever. And I'm 18 and hopefully this happens in the next 6 months. I want to think about that. If you're passionate about it, you're going to work hard at it. You're going to make it happen. The money will follow. You will figure out a way to make this financially viable. The only reason I say that, people are like, well, what about? I'm like, no, wow, what about? No. If you're like, well, I tried being a bass player or a musician, I never could make money at it. I'd like to either question your business sense or what you thought you were going to do, or if you were really passionate. If you're really passionate about playing the guitar, okay. If you're really passionate about playing guitar for large crowds of people and writing music and everything else, and it's going to be financially recompensable, nothing's going to stop you. Not the commoners, not the haters, not the bad people. Nothing will stop you. And for me, don't chase after the money. Chase after the passion every time, and you'll see the money. Now, if you want to chase after money and that's your thing, that's cool. Some people are really passionate about making money. Go for it. But if making money, it's just paper, man. You can always go make more money. I mean, heck, my channel didn't start up and my house blew up and everything burned down. I had no more equipment and it was just erased from the internet. And my wife got fired from her job. And I only had my wife and I knew no friends and I knew no one else in the world and everything else. Boo hoo hoo. Okay. I'd go borrow a neighbor's lawnmower and start mowing lawns so I could buy another camera. Anyway, it's a long subject. It's just like the passion will get you through all of it. Anything bad that can happen, it'll get you through all of it. And all the good things, money will follow. Don't let anybody tell you that being a creative person and that your passion, what you want to do, that you can't make money at it, or it's not okay, or any of that. They're usually saying that because they had some past passion that they failed at pursuing, and now they're dumping it on you. How do you like that? Thanks, Uncle Kev, for the long preach session.
Yeah, well, it's important to to give your passion a shot and to really get out there and give life your all. I think that's something we can all practice. To really do what we want and do what's right, and
it's tough,
make a better world for everyone else as well.
Yeah, it's tough. When hey, don't follow the money, follow your passion. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm out following my passion. I'm freaking starving to death. That's
something to be said, and providing for a family and everything. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with following your passion, but use some intelligence. And the thing people usually drop out of their life is time. It takes time to build a business. It takes time to move up the ranks in the world. It takes time to build a YouTube channel. It takes time to fill out all those genius links. It takes all these things take time. And I'm not saying be a slave to time, but if you're like plotting your future out, don't forget to put in some time. I want to have a $500,000 YouTube channel and I'm making, I don't know, $10,000 a month. Great. You're going to work your butt off. But don't think that's going to happen 3 months. Like sit down and do, here's my 5-year plan or something like that. Anyway.
Yeah. And who knows, if you keep putting in the hard work, things might go faster than you want sometimes. For instance, with Genius Links, we came out with a new feature, the YouTube link optimizer. You can switch all the links on your channel instantly now to genie.us links. So new features are coming out. Yeah,
Now that's
yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really
Well,
cool.
hey, that is unfortunately all the time we have today. Thank you so much for joining us, Kevin. This has been a wonderful conversation. I know I've learned a lot. I'm sure our audience has as well. Yeah, everyone out there, be sure to subscribe to Kevin's channel, Kevin the Basic Filmmaker. He has some awesome content to help take your videos to the next level. Be sure to subscribe to us as well, if you haven't already, so you can see the next Genius Chat.
Hey,
yeah, once again. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Little end video plug. Again,
Sure.
it's not like I'm getting paid for this or I get anything for this. I pay for this service. Like check out Genius Links and like anything else you get into. It's a piece of software. Like, remember I was just talking about time? Give yourself some time to learn the product, what it does and how it works. Just don't go in there and it's not confusing. Just don't go in there and go, what's this links and everything else, and then blow it off. I promise you, you can mark my words as of whatever the heck day this is, that in 6 months or a year or 2 years, you'll be kicking yourself in the butt for not doing this. Da-dum-dum.
Heck yeah. Yeah, you gotta, the best time to start doing something is today.
Yep.
So yeah, so make that move, and all of us here at Genius Link will be more than happy to help you. We have a wonderful support team to help get you started. Yeah, you can find both Genius Link and Kevin the Basic Filmmaker on social media, so be sure to give us a follow, both channels, for more updates. Thank you once again, Kevin. It's been awesome to have you on the show.
Thank you, Isaac. It's been a pleasure.
That's great to hear. And until next time, geniuses, have a great one.
See ya.